Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna get into a variety of topics, but this first topic, I think we found the deal of the year. He was able to get a brand new Tesla Model Y for $28,000 brand new, stacking on a ton of incentives that I had to try and research to figure out and find out because he wasn't as forthright on the Reddit post. So let me show you the deal. Let me show you the breakdown so that hopefully you can try and replicate yourself if you're interested. So we're going to get into that plus a variety of topics. But before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it. And if you want to join our free email newsletter, you can do that down below in the description. Today's live stream is partnered and sponsored by Aura, where you can protect your online data and much more, but more on that later. So I think I found the deal of the year. This is pretty insane to see a brand new Tesla Model Y blue for $28,000. There's tons of incentives here. I tried to figure out and research which ones that might be eligible for some of you if you're in case you're interested. But the TLDR is that this is taking a lot of incentives that are in a local area that you might not be able to, but some you should be able to. At least this was delivered in this past quarter. And so you might have to wait until to replicate a deal like this. Like, so of course, like 1.99 isn't eligible at the moment. Option credit, in which he was able to get the free blue paint, was also not currently around right now. But there is free paint for the blue, white, and red. But this is only good if you're like paying cash. And if you're paying cash, probably some of these incentives might not be eligible for you. But let's run through it. So 7,500 tax credit. A lot of you should be eligible for that. And also you could do a lease to get an eligibility for that. We got 3,500 public utility credit, $10,000 county credit, $25,000 or $2,500 county sales tax reduction, $1,000 free charging credit, and then of course the 1.99 in the free blue plate from last month, which I guess you can still get it currently as well. But here's a breakdown of the incentives, and here's of course the Reddit post in which we're able to find this, and you can see here all the different details and how people are asking for all the different details from this. But of course, I was able to use AI to try and track down which ones are eligible, and of course, spoiler alert, a lot of this is California, and a lot of this is probably low income qualifications as well. But if you're interested, I mean, if there's a will, there's a way with some of this stuff. Like you can see 3,500 public utility, California, $10,000 county credit for San Mateo, and a $2,500 county sales tax reduction in San Mateo as well. And so certainly very interesting to see. Congrats on this person who was able to get a brand new Tesla Model Y for $28,000. And hopefully this gives you a little bit of insight on that there's a lot of incentives out there. And if you are interested in trying to find incentives for your area, there's a great website called EVs for All, actually, where you can actually go to this website and type in your zip code right here and try and see which public local utility companies or incentives, like for use size or charging at your house or whichever, then certainly then you can try and go into that area. But let us know what your thoughts are. Let us know what you're thinking. Thanks for the feedback on the audio. Hopefully it's a little bit louder, but certainly very cool to see. And in case you're wondering about what's on the thumbnail for the Model Y, that's a Unplugged Performance wheel that you can get. They've got a wheel trade-in program right now where you can get $1,000 if you trade in your stock wheels for a brand new set of Unplugged Performance, and it's nationwide as well. And so you don't have to be in California. So check out some of the details down below in the description. On top of that, if you're looking to sell your vehicle, definitely check out givemethevin.com down below so we can get you maximum value for your vehicle. And they're trying to buy up all the different vehicles, and they're doing a $25,000 giveaway as well. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the next topic. If you're planning on financing your Tesla, then there's one thing you need to do before you even apply: protect your credit. Seriously, because here's the wildest part. Bank of America just had a data breach recently, and they didn't even tell customers for a month. That means your social, your phone number, and your email could have already been out there and you'd have no clue. Most companies wait on average of 277 days to report a breach. That's 9 months where your identity is exposed and you're the last to know. That's why I use Aura, today's sponsor. Aura constantly scans the dark web and lets me know if anything tied to me shows up, my social, bank info, or any of my personal information. And that's not just for breaches. There's so many different tools I use with Aura. Want to reduce those pesky spam calls? Aura's got it. Want to remove your data like your addresses, phone numbers from those sketchy broker sites? Aura has that too. They will also include $5 million in identity theft insurance, and everything's packed into one clean app. You can try it free for 14 days at aura.com/DennisCW. I'll put that in the description as well. Don't wait until someone else tells you your data is at risk. That's like turning on Sentry mode after your car got keyed. Protect your credit before you apply. I'm doing it and you should too. Thanks to everyone. Hopefully it's a lot better now. Thanks for coming in. Let's see if we can turn this down. Or what's this one? Oh, no wonder. We've been having a ton of audio issues. Yesterday, had to restart everything, and then now we're on our travel setup, so it's a lot different. Is it better now? And thanks for dropping by, I know it's the July 4th weekend, and we're trying to get these streams earlier over the weekend so that we can do other things during the evening. So thank you everybody that's dropped by during our non-scheduled time and everything. But I guess while we're waiting, let's just check on the audio quality. We might as well. I know it's the July 4th weekend. Oh, I think it's a little bit better, right? Perfect. Thank you all for your patience and everything. And this next topic, Tesla needs to launch the Model Y Performance, and they need to do this soon. Here's a couple reasons on why. Not only because I would love to try and check out the Model Y Performance and see what it's all about, but the biggest thing is this $7,500 federal tax credit. Now that it's been signed, I think Trump signed it yesterday, it's pretty much good to go, and the $7,500 federal tax credit is ending by September 30th. So you need to take delivery, not just order, not just put a deposit. You need to take delivery of your electric vehicle or Tesla vehicle by September 30th. So we've got essentially 90 days at this point. And so I feel like Tesla should try and launch their Model Y Performance ASAP, because of course, if the 7,500 is going away, I mean, they might as well try and sell the Model Y Performance at a little bit of a higher price before they have to drop the price in the near future, and try and capture as much of the 7,500 from their customers as much as possible to the manufacturer. But here's everything we know so far. I mean, it seems like there's new 21-inch rims or wheels on it, carbon fiber spoiler, probably a performance badge, plus adaptive seating, adaptive suspension, and only a sporty rear bumper. We have not yet seen a front sporty bumper in the front, but hey, maybe fingers crossed, just like how the Model S Plaid is brand new with the new front and rear. Maybe they'll throw in a surprise for us that they haven't seen just yet with the Model Y Performance. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. Are you waiting for a Model Y Performance to place your order, or are you waiting for something else in the near future? I know you're hunting for a deal on a Tesla, but what if I told you could get one free now this month? Say hello to Mini Revs, the ultimate Tesla miniature company. These aren't just toys. They're crazy cool, insanely accurate replicas that bring Tesla cutting-edge design right to your desk. Check out this epic black Cybertruck that even has a little ATV. And right now, Mini Revs is running an amazing giveaway. Use promo code Dennis when ordering your Mini Rev and get 10% off, and 2 random orders this month will get a free Cybertruck with their order. So check out Mini Revs down below in the description, and don't miss your chance to win a free Tesla Cybertruck. Big thanks to Mini Revs for partnering with us, and let's get back on to the next topic. Thanks to everyone, and we checked in with Mini Revs pretty recently, and only a few people have ordered so far. So there's a good chance a lot of you might be able to win, or a couple of you might be able to win a free mini Cybertruck with order. And essentially, shout out to Matt for giving us this tagline. It's essentially a Hot Wheels of 2025. So if you want to get a new Tesla along with your new one, definitely check out Mini Revs down below in the description. Matt, thanks for coming in. I ordered a Stream Deck Neo to assist you with Mac OS compatible. Ooh, Stream Deck, yeah, Elgato. Yeah, I guess Neo is maybe the newer one. We've got like the Wavelink XLR, which I think we figured it out. We had to revert back to an older software or platform to be able to get it done. Anonymous, I'm waiting for APR incentives on the Model Y all-wheel drive soon. That's all I'm waiting for. Yeah, that'd be sick. In terms of, I feel like a lot of people are waiting for that. And actually, I know a lot of people are because we did a poll yesterday on the channel to try and figure out like what is everybody, what deals are people waiting to buy on a Tesla. And so we're certainly put the poll out there. Now that the 7,500 credit is expiring, are you planning to buy a Tesla? And look at this, 20% said yes. 52% yes, but only if there is a deal like special financing, which I feel like a lot of you are waiting out for. And of course, 13% said still on the fence, and then 15% said something else or nothing. So you can pretty much guess like what 70% of people are wanting to buy a Tesla, but 50% of those want a deal before pulling the trigger, which really makes sense. Betty, any word on the Model 3 front camera? Nothing yet, but now that I'm thinking about it, if we zoom out, there's really no reason for Tesla to roll out the front camera on the Model 3, at least in the 90 days, because of the 7,500 ending. That should be enough demand on top of, or a demand lever on top of a special financing rate to be able to push these vehicles out. Miguel, there is speculation of a mini Model Y coming out. Someone said they've seen it in Fremont. Yeah, we talked about it the past few days. It is pretty interesting to see that smaller Model Y. There is certainly debate on people that think it's a new Model Y or a smaller one or an affordable one. And there's plenty of people that think it is not a different new Tesla. So fingers crossed, we'll see what happens in the near future. But I really feel like because with this 7,500 ending, they probably are not going to be doing anything in the near future in terms of new releases. Maybe Model Y performance, because that could be a revenue grab, but anything else, I don't think so. In this next topic, we've got a massive mega photo thread of the new Model S Plaid, the new refresh one in an ultra red color. Nick posted this, and there is a ton of photos here. I really feel like if you're buying a Model S or Model X, the refresh, you're gung-ho on that, the only model to get is going to be the Model S Plaid. And the reason why is because it is the only model that actually has a lot of different changes, or the most significant changes in terms of look. You can see we've got this massive lower front bumper here that's more aggressive. We've got a new lower area right here. We've got a new grille. We've got, of course, the front camera in the front, which is on both Model S and Model X. We've got this carbon fiber grille insert in the middle right here as well to give it that like sporty look. It really, you can tell. Well, I guess maybe this is not a big difference to the normal person just standing on the side of the road looking at like Tesla vehicles. They'll probably think, oh, that's just like another Model S. What's the difference? But I guess for us that look at all these different Tesla vehicles, we can see all the different changes here and everything. And so certainly it is very cool to see all these different things. The other big difference is going to be the interior with the LED ambient lighting, and also the rear of it as well with like the different cup holders and also the phone mounts for the charging. And on top of that, the massive rear diffuser. Take a look at this. This thing is super aggressive, and I would love to see how much better performance this is on like the track versus the older one, but you can see it is a nice aggressive look. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. If you're just joining in, welcome. Take a look at this massive deal that was done, and congrats to this person who was able to buy a Model Y, a brand new Model Y, for $28,000. There was a ton of different incentives that were stacked on here, and you can see like public utility credit, $10,000 county credit, $2,500 sales tax reduction, and $1,000 free charging credit. There is a ton, and the spoiler alert to this is in California with a low income program as well. And so not a lot of people are going to be able to get to it, but hey, it's still inspiring to try and search for yourself to see if there's any incentives that you can pull. And that's why here is a great website resource, Electric for All, where you can easily just put in your zip code and see what incentives could be eligible for you in your area. Mike, red, white, and blue paint is free for a few weeks or so. Mike, yeah, we talked about that yesterday. Thanks for plugging that. And it certainly is. And of course, if you're going to be taking advantage, don't forget to use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description. So you can get 3 months of full self-driving added to your Tesla vehicle as well. If you're already buying full self-driving, then you do give us credit. So thank you to everybody that's used our referral code in the past and in the future. Base, curious on your thoughts with the bill. Rush to grab new or buy used, or even wait for it next year? It's a good question, Base. And I really feel like I'm in the same boat as this poll here. Like, I wouldn't rush because we still have 90 days. That's a massive amount of time. I feel like, I mean, if an incentive, and we talked about this yesterday, but if an incentive rolls out next month and it's good enough, like 1.99, then I would just say you just might as well pull the trigger, because you don't want to get into that situation where if you order too late and we're getting close to September 30th, Tesla, might not be able to deliver your vehicle if you order that late, and they might say, hey, sorry, your vehicle is coming in October. That's just kind of what's going to happen, and you would lose out on the $7,500. Now, we see a situation where everybody that gets pushed to October, Tesla offers some sort of incentive so that they don't cancel, but I mean, that's too far out to try and figure out what will happen. But if you do not need a vehicle, then I would say in the past, wait until Q4. But now that the tax credit's leaving, it's a tough decision, because yes, Tesla could do some crazy incentives in December because the tax credit is disappearing. And now essentially all these vehicles are going to be $7,500 more. But it's how quickly will they need to do that? And so I guess now that we're thinking about this could be a crazy year as this $7,500 goes away, and how Tesla and all the different electric vehicle companies have to rush to react to trying to capture the market with the customers and everything. IT, Tesla refrigerator, sunshade, car over, and mattress today arrives. Nice. Congrats. You're able to pick up all that. Tia Chang, it is a great deal, but you have to ask, all the incentives are going. How much demand is left? Why should we as society to subsidize the cost of EV adoption? Yeah, no, I certainly agree. And I mean, even if we are subsidizing it, it's not really like the market share of electric vehicles is really pushing past a certain percentage. And so it is a very interesting one. What's the Elgato product you use? Can you drop the name? Yes, Wave XLR is the name of it. It's the only one they have that was for XLR mic input. Will, you think they make hardware 4 obsolete like hardware 3 for full self-driving when hardware 5 comes out? Yes, Will, I definitely think so. And that's kind of the name of the game here. It's kind of like how every iPhone has an update and the older iOSs get slower and slower. That's what I really feel like Teslas are. And so, yes, you could buy a Tesla and own it for 5 to 10 years, and that will be your lowest cost. But by that 5 to 10 year mark, especially 10 years, it's going to be a slow vehicle. And if you're anything like me, where technology lag really kills me sometimes, I always want to have the fastest, most usable thing, which is a terrible thing. Ram, I did not touch the steering wheel within a few seconds after full self-driving asked me to. The full self-driving got deactivated for the balance of the right, and I got a message I have 4 more strikes. Any further context? Yes, Ram. And so that's basically there to go against abuse of people falling asleep or something like that. And all you actually have to do to restart it again, just pull over to the side, throw it in park, throw it back into drive, and then you can use full self-driving again. But it's basically trying to, slap your hand on the wrist for maybe abusing it or not paying attention is essentially what could be happening there. But it's an interesting one. And yeah, 4 strikes, 5 strikes. The strike does disappear as well. I think it's either a week or 2 weeks in which that strike disappears, and then you have 5 available to be used again. In this next topic, we've talked about this deal in the past, but here's an insane $599 lease deal on an insane electric vehicle, a heavy electric vehicle, the Hummer. 2025 Hummer deals are here, and you can get a 2025 Hummer EV pickup, the pickup truck, not the SUV, for around $600 a month. In fact, people are advertising this all over. This was a post on Reddit. It seems like this is a dealer that's trying to get rid of their 2025 Hummer electric vehicles, and you cannot tell me that you wouldn't want to drive a massive tank like this for $599 a month, especially when you look at a Model Y lease. It's essentially almost almost around the same too if you structure it at the same. I mean, $600 a month with $1,000 down. Two of these SUVs, a 2024 demo white with off-road, and you can see there's trying to do crazy incentives like 111K MSRP, almost $17,000 off, and plenty of deals from that. And so if you're interested in one of these, we do have a broker friend that's in our secret Discord group down below in the description. His name is Broker Tim. He can try and set you up with a dealer that will sell you one of these as well. Here's another deal in Colorado. Of course, Colorado is a different animal, but this one doesn't seem as good, like $1,000 down at $857 a month. But crazy to see some of these insane deals on Hummer electric vehicles. You know, we do like our Teslas, but at the same time, hey, take a look at what else is out there to see if you can get a unicorn or fantastic deal like one of these for sure. And so let us know, would you buy one of these Hummer deals that you could get into a Hummer electric vehicle? Matt pre-ordered the 3W all-weather liners, all-weather mats, Dennis 35 early this week. Yes, it seems like there was a ton of demand, which makes sense. I mean, this is a really good floor mat when you compare it to like the OEM version. It's like OEM plus. Okay, this is actually the standard version. We can see here, where's the pro version right here. And you can, if you take a look at some of these deals, you can also use promo code Dennis35, which gives you 35% off. It's an exclusive promo code for 35% off of their highest offer here, which, I mean, if you look at the price, OEM floor mats from Tesla, like the Tesla ones, they're $220 plus tax with, of course, no promo code. And it's almost like, why pay double when you can get a full set, like everything for around the same price? When you take off 35% off of this, you can get like the trunk mat, you can get the rear seat protector right here. That's also worth it for a way better price than the OEM one. So of course, just make sure to use promo code Dennis35 down below in the description. Of course, it supports the channel as well. But yeah, they're selling like hotcakes, and so that's why they're doing a pre-order. They essentially sold out because of how good of a deal it actually is. Miguel, thoughts on the 3 colors that are free? Which one do you pick? Less dirtiness, but a nice, sleek look. It's a good question, actually. And so we've got white that's free. We've got red and blue. I definitely would not do white, even though it probably is the cleanest. It's also, in my opinion, the most boring. I mean, just take a look at when you go on your drives. You see white Teslas everywhere. And that makes sense because at one point, white was free, and so people just picked the free color. Ultra red is the most rarest, but, you know, and blue, I personally really like blue. But the thing with either of those colors is you do need to protect it. And so that's where you should also ceramic coat it as well. And you could do it yourself with like DIY paint protection film. Shout out to our friends at Tesbros. You could try and do it yourself and then also add a layer of ceramic coating on top of it to really add that shine. But the one thing you have to do is you have to do paint correction to really pull out all the different contaminants and the swirls and all that stuff. If you're in the OC area or even LA, definitely hit up our friend 24K Shine. He takes care of all of our vehicles. He's done our Model Y, Cybertruck, Model X, and everything, Model S even in the past, and he will do everything one-stop shop, and he's mobile as well for paint correction, ceramic coating, everything. He also uses a product that I really like called Geon, and definitely worth it. His name is Andre, and ask for the Dennis deal so that he can hook you up as well. And so it really, there's different levels to all of this. I mean, if you want to go balls out to the wall with everything in terms of like all the different protections, shine, like blue looks great, like if you look at it, but it can really make it like the color pull out if you do paint correction plus ceramic coating. But if you want to do everything, like if you were to ask me right now, like, Dennis, I just bought a Model Y, I want to protect it completely, what is like the Dennis ultimate package? I would say, of course, ceramic tints like 3M all around the car, and then I would do paint correction to pull out the swirls or any decontaminants. Yes, even though it's a brand new car, it still could have swirls because you never know how they wash these vehicles at the factory or whatever, or the delivery center. I would do paint correction, then I would do paint protection film all over the car first, and then ceramic coat it on top of the vehicle to really give it that shine. And of course, there's a variety of different vendors out there. If you're looking for what we recommend, down below, you can see a list of shops. And I also recommend for tints, I also recommend OC Tint Solutions. They are also a one-stop shop if you're looking to do that as well. but they carry 3M as a product. And also you can ask for the owner, Jason, and ask for the dentist deal. Also, there's Unplugged Performance. They've got a shop in Hawthorne. So if you're in LA, definitely hit up them. And we're actually about to get our Cybertruck wrapped by them in the near future. So I can't wait to show you guys what color that is and everything. And spoiler alert, yes, we did get another Cybertruck. Based on your experience, do you think there will be financial incentives for the Model Y Performance when it launches to beat the EV credit deadline? I would say no. And if we back up to like the rumors of this, the first rumor was that we saw was like a September to October launch for the Model Y Performance. And so that's after the tax credit. And, you know, it could be a crazy time in terms of like what happens in terms of pricing and everything. But initially, for at least the first month, we will not see any sort of incentives on the Model Y Performance. I mean, just if we back up to like the Model Y when it launched with the launch series, essentially no incentives. Then the long range launched like pretty relatively quick, like a 1 to 2 months after that. Also no incentives for that first like month or so. And then like that third or fourth month. You know what? Maybe we should like break this down in terms of like a timeline to really zoom out and see like how quickly everything launched and then with an incentive shortly after. Let me write that down. U-Haul, thanks for coming in. Great to see you. Toughest. White is the toughest to keep clean. Yeah. I mean, if anything, at a minimum, like if you were, we just talked about like what I would do maximum with all of the protection. At a minimum, if you were to ask me that, I would still always do tint because that's like a necessity for me. I would do, at a minimum, I would do paint correction and ceramic coating because ceramic coating does keep it shinier, which I really like. Will, I live in Texas and have to pay the $200 electric vehicle fee every single year. Now I have to pay the federal $250 every year as well. No, Will, actually, that was taken out. It did not pass with that, which is really nice. And so you do not have to worry about that. Black is harder to keep clean. Mike, yeah, 100%. Black is the hardest to keep clean. But if you ceramic coat it, it actually makes it easier to be less dirty. And so you don't have to wash it as much. And it really like brings the shine out of the paint, which is really nice. U-Haul, cool if you could do a custom interior seat color. Actually, Unplugged Performance does that. You can do a custom interior with them. Road trip? Yeah, that'd be nice. Base, worth buying a used Tesla that has passed the warranty period? And is there any benefit of buying a used Tesla from Tesla? Base, yes. So if you buy a used Tesla from Tesla, it's like considered their certified program. You get like a little bit of warranty. It's like very short, like 1 year, maybe not even worth it. In terms of the warranty period, it depends. Like if it's past the 4-year, 50,000 mile warranty, then that's like the bumper to bumper essentially. But there's also a longer powertrain and battery warranty, which is 8-year, 100 to 120,000 miles. You should be very careful to try and not buy a vehicle after that warranty, especially if it's your first Tesla. John, I was trying to order a 2025 Cybertruck floor mats. I see 2024, 24 fit, 2025. Yes, John, it is actually the same exact thing. There's no difference. White interior stains easily. U-Haul, yes, that's actually very true. But at the same time, you could also get a ceramic coating for the interior, which we did with OC Tint Solutions on our white interior Model Y to really keep it clean as well. You can just wipe it down with baby wipes. Very easy. Jordan, do you think we will 100% see 0% APR this summer? I don't think so. If I were to rate it in terms of, do I think like if we were to back up like 1.99, do I think that's happening for the Model Y? Yes, I do. And I would put like a 60 to 70% chance on that happening because, you know, we have to wait and see if the 7,500 federal tax credit is really making an impact. In terms of 0%, I would maybe put like a 10 to 20% because there's really no need for it. Tesla knows that there's people waiting on the sidelines because of 7,500 disappearing, and 1.99 is good enough. I would be very surprised if they go to 0%. I mean, they could because they've done crazy things like that, and maybe they just want to hit it out of the park and just blow deliveries out of the water. But they also put Model Y production on hold and from Giga Texas this past 2 weeks. And so that can be an interesting one. Miguel, tint is a must if you buy a Tesla in general. It has too much glass around. It has nothing to do because of the heat. I test drove 4 times and everything is hot. Yeah, that makes sense because like the top windshield and everything, even though the new Model Y has that like reflective on the top of it, yes, it does get pretty toasty. And, you know, that's why ceramic tint makes a lot of sense. Someone asked about the colors. Ram, yeah. Gohan, Tesla have inventory today, 12 noon, Santa Clarita. Okay. Yeah, I feel like they always have inventory. But thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for hitting the like button in the comments and everything. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.